Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Lena.
I'm Kiera.
What? Child. Anyway, so
And today we're going to be talking about Zeus production and also some
Other
controversial topics. So, firstly, I want to say like Zeus, cancel Zeus production 2024.
Literally.
Like, what's the point of Zeus?
My thing is like, the main thing with Zeus is like, girl, how y'all just gonna sit up here and fight? And no, like what I hate about the show is they try to pretend like they don't want the people to fight. That's what really just gets me.
But
Cause
y'all
have
do.
the
That's
security
all
guards.
y'all do.
Y'all got the security. How they have the security guards on the show?
Then they barely have security. It's like
No,
two.
the security. That means no. Like that's so stupid. Like that just irritates me. Cause as soon as they start fighting, they try to break the fight up. Y'all brought these girls here together to fight. They're talking about some. We're gonna get to the bag, the imaginary bag.
What bag? Like where's the bag at? Like
they're exploiting these women, getting on them on a TV
and
show
they're
to
publicly
get the bag.
embarrassing them.
Like, what do you mean? Like, don't go on a show like that. I'm sorry, like, don't do it. Like, unless you know you're gonna get on there. If you're trying to like support yourself, you're trying to sponsor, like, not trying to sponsor yourself, but you know what I'm trying to say. You're trying to get your name out there. But go on that show if you want. That's a good way to get your name out there, but it's not gonna be in the most positive way, and you might get your ass beat. Excuse my language, but you might get beat because those girls on there, they know what the people are here to watch. You know, people who watch Zeus, if you're opening that phone to look up baddies, you're trying to see a fight. So
that's all you want to see, and that's all.
If you go on that show, somebody go try to fight you. No, like that's the main point of the show. Like they try to like make random arguments.
I don't know. I feel like Zeus Productions, like if you go on the show, they purposely make you look like a horrible person based off the footage that they edited.
Vicky going on there to talk about Jesus. Girl, bye. You finna get that ass. Anything.
Okay, so
my head looks like
it's just me like talking about my opinions or whatever.
Period. Unpopular.
Is it me that I just feel like it's weird that we still have like people that are pro against like, you know, anti-abortion?
Yes, it is weird. Honestly, my thing is like, why the stupid stuff about like pro-abortion people. Not pro-abortion people, anti-abortion people.
Yeah.
Is like, y'all are jobless. You don't have a job. You're just outside of the abortion clinic.
And all you do is bash women.
You're gonna ruin your life.
You're gonna ruin your life. And your baby's gonna rot.
Under control. But it's gonna burn. What'd you just say?
I said your fucking baby's gonna burn.
Rot where?
Where?
And she's getting sued or something because she had stored like a bunch of different fetuses, like this anti-abortion woman.
That's insane.
Fetuses were found inside an anti-abortion activist's home in D.C. Laura Handy was separately indicted this week on federal charges alleging that she was a part of a group that blocked access to a Washington, D.C. reproductive health center. Girl, her ass is going to hell. She's so
like straight
to hell. But I think it's weird, and it's like, isn't it loitering? Like to just be outside of abortion?
That's like just
all
a
you are
violation.
ugly. You have no job.
You have no life. You guys are low lives.
Get a job.
I don't know. I just don't understand the issue with like, you know, what's the problem? Like you could do whatever you want with your body, but then when another woman wants to do whatever she wants, why is that an issue? You're not in charge of her body. I just don't like how some of these women, like they're supposed to be girls, they're supposed to be for the girlies, but it's like y'all are going against the girlies. Like some of these women who were in the house or whatever, and they decided to ban abortion. Yep. It shocks me so much.
It's crazy because like, you know, actually what's interesting about like the judicial
politics will
system,
make you do anything.
You know, judicial like branch of government is actually the weakest, and actually the legislative branch doesn't have to enforce their laws. Yeah. They can literally just make a ruling, and like the legislative branch can be like, oh
no, we're not going to do this.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, it just.
You'll take AP Gov next year. You should. From Zeus to abortion to go.
To go. I'm just gonna like say this though. I don't understand how you could be so against women getting abortions, but you're not taking care of the kids that are already here, not being provided with nothing. You know what? Like, before you try to ever force a woman to have a baby, change these gun laws and stop these school shootings and stop these kids from getting killed. You get what I'm saying?
No, but my thing is like, no guns. We don't want a conservative government. Sorry. But I just think it's interesting that like after that they didn't have any more mass shootings. I just think like it's it's weird to me because I'm like, why can't we just get rid of guns? But we have this whole like constitutional right about it, like our literal Second Amendment is to right to bear arms. Which, like, first of all, I already have arms.
I mean, and then this concept is like nowadays in this generation, everyone feels like guns.
I don't think guns should be a right.
Guns are normalized now in this generation, and it's kind of sad how like our knowledge, they like I watch people like as young as my age, like they lack knowledge behind these guns. I don't understand. And then it's these same people that are, okay, well, I'm gonna force you to have this baby, but you're not saving, you're not doing anything that's benefiting these kids getting killed, or you're not doing anything that's benefiting these kids being in foster care, going from home to home, not having a family. You get what I'm saying? Or when people start doing crazy stuff, you wonder what's happening. Why did this happen? It was so much stuff that could have been prevented.
Right.
So that's all I'm gonna say. Like, those gun laws, like, y'all need to worry about.
It's weird because it's like kind of scary. It's scary like, to be in school at a time like
at a time laws. Like this.
And it's sad to say that, but the British, if you're a British or somebody who does not have guns in your country, like, because y'all love talking about Americans, like, no, we actually be suffering over here. Not everybody here want to have guns. A lot of people don't want guns in this country, and we just are forced to live in a country where
it's normalized.
Countries to like literally protest for the well-being of our earth, who is yours too. But they got shot, and somebody was like, "Well, you shouldn't have been blocking the street." No, you don't shoot someone because they're blocking the street. You idiot! You imbecile! Are you stupid? Like, are you dumb? No, take the guns, because if these dumb idiots losers
don't know how to use
the guns, then they
just go dingbat crazy. And I really don't understand it. I don't.
Outlaw guns. If I was the president, I would make an executive order. Honestly, I couldn't do that because they probably be like, "That bitch was in office is violating the Constitution. Get that bitch out."
Oh hell no!
So they definitely would, like. But yeah, no guns.
Yeah,
gun violence is really big in the west sides and the south sides of Chicago.
And
it's really
so
bad.
Coming
the east
from
side,
from where we're from, like, it's so normalized and people.
In Chicago,
but basically, I am in African American studies, and I've been learning the history of what enslaved people have gone through.
Right.
And so recently, I've been reading a book about women revolt.
Right.
And I don't know, it's just very powerful to know that, like, if you notice, like, in elementary or in middle school, when we were introduced to the concept of slavery and what Black people went through, they never really told the parts of Black people, enslaved people, fighting back.
Right.
And, like, I don't know, like, it just blew my mind how, like, these women revolts and, like, these other people, like, they thought, okay, well, my freedom is death.
Right.
Why did they feel this way? And why, as, like, a little girl, why didn't we learn about this in middle school? Why do they keep these important things from us? And why do they make us wait until we're in high school to know about the true history behind enslaved people? And they tried to outlaw.
Because, they talk about gay people in AP psychology, and they banned that in Florida because they had that don't say gay law or something, or bill, where it's like you can't say stuff about gayness and being gay, like, or queer. Like, at first it used to be like limited to like younger grades, and then they like stretched it K through 12,
and that's
pre-K through 12.
Because
kids are gay. Like, what? Are y'all dumb? Kids are gay. Like, what?
Kids are gonna be gay.
Y'all act like people are making their kids gay. No,
kids are.
If anything, a lot of kids don't be wanting to tell their parents that they're gay. Like,
people,
y'all are stupid.
You know what I noticed? A lot of people love to say that they believe that kids should not be introduced to the LGBTQ and what gay is, like the concept of being gay or knowing to be gay at a young age, because of the fact that they feel like you're still quote unquote young. So you don't know yet, but I feel like you know who you are.
My thing is though, like, that's stupid, because it's like, no, because a lot of kids, they'll get older and they'll be like they'll finally go off to college or something, and they're like, oh my god, like I'm trans, or like, oh, I'm gay, or I'm queer, and then they finally introduced to that, and now like they're finally, but they missed out on that because when they were a kid they were struggling because they were like, oh, like, I feel this way but I don't know how to express it.
Right.
And that's sad to me, because your kid should want to, like, I would never want my kid to not tell me like how they felt. Like, no. I want my kids to be aware that, like, you can be trans, you could be gay,
Yeah.
you can
could
be
whatever
non-binary, you
want.
can do whatever you want.
Could be
I'm
whatever
sorry,
you
like,
want.
I would not care. People be weird, like, from slavery, because the Great
Slavery.
Migration. A
Great
bunch of black people
Migration.
came from the
People
South to
coming
Chicago.
here.
They came
Exactly.
to Chicago, they wouldn't let them buy places anywhere else. And mind you, there were white people in these neighborhoods a lot of the time, but, like, they literally left.
They
vacuum.
And, like, if you look at it now, I'm going to be honest with you. As I've gotten older, like, the more you notice it, like, in these nice suburban areas, the, percentage is more white people than it is black people. And that is something so true.
And they're not giving resources to kids in, like, majority black schools. Like, a lot of times, like, they don't do that. They give
most resources, like those good resources, like high schools and different sort of stuff, like most things that you can do in the suburbs, you cannot do here.
But the only way, and the thing is, like, this thing is, like, I guess, like, the idea is, like, the neighborhoods will become safe if you push black people out. Gentrification, that's always the idea people think about. It's the idea of pushing black people out of these spaces to make them safer. But the thing is, you force black people into this refuge. I mean, you put them in this predicament.
You put them in this situation.
Because now you want to bring all this other stuff here. You're going to push them out of their neighborhoods so that they can become safer.
You're trying to take what we built on. You're trying to take it. And I don't understand that. Now you're trying to take it and you're trying to, enforce things. Okay, if you want to enforce things, do something for all these schools that rarely have nothing.
If you do that, like,
push your money towards healthcare.
Why can't Chicago public schools, why can't it be like something where, like, all the funds are allocated so that all schools are becoming, because my school gets donors, for example, like, we get donors for, like, music and for other stuff. Why can't it be a way where it's like, all right, you can get donors, but, like, every school is getting the exact type of money, the exact same kind of funding for SAT prep. We're getting good SAT prep. Schools can't value sports over academics and stuff like that. Like, why can't we have that?
Excuse me.
Because it's kind of stupid to me.
It is. And the superior race. They're superior in the office. They really tried their best to, the main ones that tried to get rid of this law. And why do you think that? I mean, I heard someone else's opinion on why, but why do you think that?
What do I think what? Sorry. I was sorry.
I said...
I wasn't on stand on business.
We're going to always stand on business. Because I'm standing on business.
Okay, it's okay. We standing on business. You standing on business? I'm standing on business.
We standing on business.
I said, like, okay, so when they tried to ban this law, preventing kids from learning about the concept of slavery, it was a lot of white people in the office that tried to get it banned. And why do you think that? Why do you think it was, like, the main percentage of these people, or why do you think they tried to do this? Is it because of the fact that it has something to do with the concept of power, and power being belittled in that circumstance, even though we've been belittled for years and years, and still till this day in 2023, as a young black teenage girl, both of us, we're still gonna go through more problems, and I'm not gonna have it easy. I'm not. Till this day, like, in some ways the society has changed, but in some ways it hasn't, because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna get stereotyped for who I am. And it's a lot of us black people now being stereotyped.
I think the reason that they might have wanted to make it so, like, slavery wasn't taught, because first of all, it's like this whole, like, America's, like, perfect thing. Even, like, if you look into
America's dream.
Yeah, American dream, if you must. But I think it's this thing, like, not necessarily, like, with America being perfect, but, like, even slavery is not stated in the Constitution. Like, they said the 3/5 rules. They said all persons.
Slavery didn't.
They didn't say slaves. They didn't say slaves.
It didn't.
They did not mention slaves in the Constitution. They didn't say that. They know they were wrong for having slaves. Like, they knew having enslaved people was a bad thing. Like, that's not the thing. Even with all the pseudo science that was taught, and, like, this whole black people are inferior, even to this day. Even to this day, people look at black children and they think they're stupid. I'm so serious. Like, to this day.
Oh my God.
People think black children are stupid. To this day. If you think slavery has not had an impact on today, you're an idiot.
You're an
like, I'm
idiot.
sorry. Like, I'm not trying to call you an idiot, but
Or
like,
you think if you think like now, you know, since we're in a new gen,
if you see a bunch of black children, a lot of people think they're stupid. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
We still getting racially profiled. Black girls saying like, you can't do that because you're stealing like our culture. What culture do you have?
How much straight hair culture? Because like you could be black and have straight hair. I'm pretty sure that's possible. That's a genetic thing.
What culture do you have other than
straight hair is literally genetics.
I'm just trying to see like what culture do you have other than like, you know, ABV and, you know, trying to take after black people and, you know, doing everything black people want to do. You want to have these braids. You want to have this kinky hair. You want to have my melanin. This is something you crave, you desire. So you're envious of that. And a lot of people are just envious. So, but what is like the rule? Why do you think that they did this?
Did what?
Why do you think that they tried to ban like people learning about slavery, enslaved people?
That's the question earlier.
Oh.
You just asked me the same question. But
I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
what I said earlier. I mean, I think there's this idea that America's this perfect country, and like they don't want people teaching about this because they think it inspires some type of hate against white people. But the thing is, not teaching people about slavery really does inspire hate against black people. I have seen racism in very humongous forms, even like in like as like early as like fourth grade, like just seeing like crazy. I've seen a really crazy, just like racist thing like in school once after like literally following us learning about how like slaves and like enslaved people were literally like jumping off of slave ships because they thought that death was better than
living in hell
in those conditions.
They were just like, oh, okay, like what's the point if I'm already living in hell? You know, it's burning in front of me. My freedom is my death. And that's so sad that, you know, people felt that way. And they had every right to feel that way. Because I would do the exact same thing.
That's sick. So
yes. Before we wrap this video up, I just want to say thank you for the people that decided to watch this. If you did watch this video, you either found it on TikTok or you watched my Instagram. But I appreciate you all for watching this video. If I decide to continue to do this, like, let me know if I should decide to do this, because I have so much more to talk about. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ooh.